All right, guys, we got an early morning edition of some news. So it's like 4 a.m. right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. We're going to talk about what this post is about. We're also going to backtrack to pre-anniversary a little bit to give you guys some context. So please be sure to listen through because you're going to want that context to understand what's happening here with the game. And I'll try to make it as quick as possible. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. Post in the comments once you finish the video what you guys think this all means for the game and stuff like that. And today's video like goal is going to be 1,000, so please be sure to help us hit that goal for today's video. Also, if I stumble over my words, I just woke up. Okay, so let's backtrack just to begin. Leading up to the anniversary, I typically do my last predictions videos, and I've done those for years and stuff like that. But one thing you can always count on is leading up to the anniversary, they always have releases that are tied into the content that's coming up. They do this all throughout the year, really, but the anniversary is when it's most notable. So like they had like Golden Frieza come out, the universe. Oh man, excuse me. They had Golden Frieza come out. I choked on my spit there. Whis come out, they had Beerus come out, they had Jiren come out from that saga. And it's like, okay, so obviously the last thing to do is universe survival based characters. The last one to do is going to be Goku, right? So we got Goku, and it was pretty obvious for a long time that Goku was going to be anniversary, like probably like 5 months. Anyways, and I said around that time, hey, part 2 is kind of clouded in mystery, right? It's like, okay, what is part 2? And I said the only thing that really makes sense is a movie-based content. Now, obviously, that really could have been superhero, and that's still what people are hoping for, myself included, that we get some sort of superhero content. I'll talk about what superhero content to even expect, by the way, because there's some stuff in there that you shouldn't even be expecting, if we're being honest. But anyways, so like that obviously still on the table. But if it isn't superhero content, then what, right? Because movies is the only thing that makes sense. It seems like there is going to be a movie character, and I think my friend is finally going to be happy with this announcement. We're gonna talk about this, and I'm gonna give you guys some other characters this announcement could pertain to. So here we go. Reveals and stuff. Special edition part 2 is coming to deliver all of the latest info in the second half of the 4th anniversary. Second half? Okay, so it says part 2 in the image, but second half's text would imply there isn't a third part, for the record. I don't know. I don't want to take that too literally, but just keep that in mind. That includes a new campaign and events that are set to kick off during the second half. The unforgettable, iconic scene is finally here. So the broadcast is on 7 a.m. for me and the 21st. So that's the day of? Yeah, that's Tuesday. So that same day, well, I guess for me it would be 11 o'clock p.m. that day, but whenever reset happens after that same day, just like last time, the characters will come out. The video URL will be shared later. Okay, so here's the deal. People were expecting superhero content because obviously the movie released in Japan. It's been out for, what is it, a week? Something like that. Anyways, so the thing is, could they have dropped something day one? Yeah. Did they do that for Broly? Yeah, they did. Although Broly's content was really spaced out over the course of years, like even as recently as the Legends Festival, we were still getting more new characters. So expect that type of idea from Superhero, by the way. They're gonna milk it for years. Because there's actually a lot you can do. Anyways, could they have done something day one? Yeah, but they didn't, right? Could they have done something this weekend, right? That's when another date people were kind of pointing towards. Sure. We knew part 2 was starting on the 22nd because a lot of the events were ending, and a lot of them were ending on the 22nd. So it was pretty obvious that we were going to get reveals and stuff around this time, and that would be for part 2, right? That's what they're going to explain. It's going to be another longer video, probably 20 minutes plus. But the most likely date would be, again, for this. But I want to say, like, if you're expecting content for Hero without the reveals and stuff, it just wasn't going to happen. It's too big because they would obviously not do 2 videos in the span of a couple of days. They would just tie them together, right? So when we didn't get a reveals and stuff, you know, a couple of days before the movie came out, that should have rung some alarms, right? Because that's typically how they do things by the game today, as opposed to when Broly came out. So the thing is with superhero content, the last kind of embers of that fire are going to be ending in the game on the 20th on reset. So the day before this announcement comes out. So this could be a countdown type of thing. Typically, if it's leading up to something, there's a countdown here. This could be that, right? Because literally 8 hours or so before, based on my own time zone, this campaign ends, okay? And this was the daily 50 and the one-time 500, but they're also, like, you know, having the constant maintenance going, so it's almost been like a daily 250. because the game's spending a lot of time being down. So there's that, man. But like I said in the beginning, I think my friend is going to be really happy. So I think that most likely, since movies makes the most sense, because movies has made the most sense for months for part 2 of the anniversary, we just thought it would be superhero content. They could be, by the way, unforgettable iconic scene could talk about the movie, but I'm certainly sure it's not, because, I mean, nobody's seen the movie outside of Japan. Who's to say what's an iconic scene? Which, I mean, obviously if you've seen, like, you know, cam rips or whatever. But nonetheless, though, that doesn't sound like the movie to me, right? So superheroes probably not coming for part 2 of this anniversary, in which case that kind of feels a little bit worse, because that completely, in my mind, removes the delay as an excuse, unless contractually they just couldn't do it right now, right? The funny thing about this whole superhero content thing is, if you remember back to the video and stuff from April, or right before April, Toshi said, oh hey, be sure for the events in April to tune in, because we have some big stuff planned. That big stuff did not pan out. It was probably superhero content. That sucks, because what it does do, I'll give them this, it does mean that I don't know when superhero content comes out in this game, dude. I don't have any idea. The part 3, maybe, if there's one, right? The end of the anniversary, after the anniversary, the next celebration, is it just Legends Festival at this point where we get that? In which case, if it's Legends Festival, I would have thought if it would come out during the anniversary, it would be stuff from trailers, right? Like Ultimate Gohan, Ultimate Piccolo. But if it's Legends Festival in 6 months, they could just, because the movie will be out worldwide by then, they could just do whatever by then, right? Who knows, right? So I don't know what's going on with superhero content. Even Heroes, by the way, is taking a while to get superhero content, which also, for the record, does extend to Dokkan, which Dokkan got a free Gohan over there. I don't know if Dokkan does much outside of the trailer stuff as well. I think there's probably something, again, contractually holding them back from doing this. And I don't know how much they care about spoiling the movie, but you know, I want to say that that's probably a consideration too, which is why I said, you know, stuff in the trailers would be coming out. So finally, to reveal who I think this is, I think, like I've said it a couple times, I think this is finally an announcement for LFSS3 Goku. Well, I'm going to say he's an LF, right? But if he's an Ultra, I guess. But Dragon Fist finally being in the game. You know the funny thing about the Dragon Fist animation? I'm sure they'll tweak it and make it work a little differently. But really, it's been in the summon animation for so long that, you know, it's just a thing that they can just port over to the character. And I don't know why they never did. It's just kind of weird. Seems like a very easy thing to manipulate and do. But, you know, I'm not a coder, so it is what it is. But I'll tell you that a similar situation has existed for years in this game. And that's the instant transmission animation and the instant transmission Goku. They just kind of ported that stuff over. Like, the Spirit Bomb has some of that too. Like, you could just make those animations extend to a character. So I don't know why they didn't at any point, but it seems like it's finally going to be Dragon Fist. But I want to kind of also give some ideas to what an iconic scene, unforgettable iconic scene could be, right? Another really notable one, because of the content we're getting right now, it doesn't have to be movies. It does not have to be movies. It just movies makes the most sense, right? That Goku would fit movies. But if it's not movies, I'd say the most relevant thing or iconic relevant scene would be Goku and Frieza fighting against Jiren. That would, as a tag or assist character, whatever, would also fit the bill for a character coming out as part of a Universe Survival Saga based celebration. So don't sleep on that as a possibility. Some other just quick hitters would be like, you know, when Trunks first arrives in Dragon Ball Z, that's an iconic scene that people love. Gohan versus Super Buu with the no, fight you know I'm gonna kill you could be an idea, but I don't think that one's gonna happen. Something like a Kid Goku was also on the table with him versus Demon King Piccolo, but again, a lot of people still haven't even seen that part of the series, which I always point out, yes, you should watch that part of the series if you haven't. It starts a little slow, but it's really good. Anyways, I don't think that's going to happen. Also, the last, like, non-LF iconic scene, because we have Majin Vegeta, we have Gohan, like, the last non-LF, like, Dragon Ball Z super iconic scene would be Super Saiyan 1. That's been done a few times in this game with characters. Actually, hold on. No. I'm stupid. Like I said, middle of the night DFree. There exists an LF Super Saiyan 1. Nope, never mind. I was thinking about the Ultra and, you know, the non-LF. Nope, that's not an idea. Anyways, I forgot about Nameku, dude. So anyways, I think it's either LFSS3 or Goku and Frieza. But if I had to bet, I think, because like I said, movies had just made so much sense for a while, I think it's LFSS3 coming out with the Dragon Fist. So, it's interesting to see what this means, man, because it really did seem like leading up to Anniversary, they were gearing towards superhero content with the releases of Zenkais and Android characters. Cell gets a Platinum equip. There's the release of the Tag Droids. There's the Zenkai for Fusion 13. There's a Zenkai for Super Trunks. There's Free Trunks that comes out. There's some more stuff that happens around centered around hybrids and androids, which is, spoiler, the main thing with the movies. It's not really a spoiler if you've seen a single trailer with the Gammas and Gohan, right? It's not a spoiler, which also the Gammas came out. So, like, I don't know what the idea is with that. But this actually, if this isn't superhero content, I'd have to assume that the next big celebration is just Legends Festival at this point. There could be something in a couple of months, like a couple months prior to Legends Festival, to where they extend out superhero content in like September and then hit it again in December, right? Like, that's possible too, but it's just interesting to see how this all kind of plays out, in which case they almost are extending these characters a year or so. If it's Legends Festival, they've probably been... That would be almost a year probably since they even finished the characters, because they finished these characters months in advance, right? So just food for thought. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next one.